It's a Wonderful Life, directed by Frank Capra and released in 1946, is an iconic American Christmas film about the importance of individual lives and the difference one person can make in the world. It stars James Stewart as George Bailey, a man whose attempted suicide on Christmas Eve prompts his guardian angel to show him how much he's truly worth. The film begins in the small town of Bedford Falls, where everyone is praying for George Bailey. Their prayers reach heaven, where an angel named Clarence Oddbody, Henry Travers, is assigned to save George in order to earn his wings. To prepare, Clarence is shown flashbacks of George's life. We see George as a child, Bobby Anderson, saving his younger brother Harry's life, losing his hearing in one ear in the process, and preventing a grief-stricken pharmacist from accidentally poisoning a customer. Fast forward to George, now played by James Stewart, as a young man planning to travel the world before attending college, his dreams paid for by his job at his father's savings and loan business. However, when his father dies, George decides to protect the family business from the ruthless banker, Mr. Potter, Lionel Barrymore, and gives his college fund to Harry, Todd Carnes, intending to leave town once Harry graduates. But Harry returns married, and his father-in-law offers him a good job, leaving George stuck in Bedford Falls. He marries his high school sweetheart, Mary Hatch, Donna Reed, and they settle in an old, dilapidated house in town. George continues to help the less fortunate afford their own homes, creating affordable housing and earning the love of many townspeople, but the disdain of Mr. Potter. On Christmas Eve, as Harry is receiving the Medal of Honor for his service in World War II, George's Uncle Billy, Thomas Mitchell, misplaces an $8,000 bank deposit. Realizing that the bank examiner is in town and the loss will lead to the company's bankruptcy and his arrest, George becomes desperate. After Mr. Potter coldly dismisses his plea for a loan, George contemplates suicide, thinking his life insurance policy makes him worth more dead than alive. At this crucial moment, Clarence intervenes. When George expresses that he wishes he'd never been born, Clarence grants his wish to show him what the world would be like without him. In this alternate reality, Bedford Falls, now Pottersville, is a much harsher, less friendly place. Mary is a lonely spinster, his friends and family are miserable and hard-hearted, and his brother Harry is dead because George wasn't there to save him as a child. Horrified, George begs to have his life back, and he returns to the reality where he was born. He runs home joyously, just as the authorities arrive to arrest him, but he's met by his friends and family, who've gathered to help him. They've raised more than enough to cover the lost $8,000, proving their love and loyalty. The movie ends with George surrounded by his friends and family, realizing that no man is a failure who has friends. Clarence leaves a copy of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer with a note telling George that he's earned his wings. Everyone starts singing Auld Lang Syne, and George, holding his daughter Zuzu, Carolyn Grimes, smiles, finally understanding that it truly is a wonderful life. This film's heartfelt message that every life has an impact and everyone has a meaningful role to play has made it a beloved classic and an enduring holiday tradition.